let me explain. Before going to that, first let me write what are the topics we are going to cover today. Okay. We'll see inheritance, and then we'll see what is the importance of this keyword. Okay, and then we'll see exception handling basics, and then string class. Okay, string class. So first of all, let me start inheritance. See guys, see you have a class A. Consider you have class A, or else you have class test. Okay, inside class test, okay, you have another class called arithmetic. Okay, arithmetic has some methods. There is a class arithmetic. It has some methods like arithmetic addition. Okay, addition is one method, display is another method. Like that, consider we have few methods inside a class arithmetic. If you want to access methods of arithmetic class, how to access? Please give me the response. Okay, guys, how to access members of this class in another class? What is the thumb rule? If you want to, yes, object, either object or class name, depends on the type of the member. If that member is a static, class name is enough. Class name dot member name. In case if it is a non-static member, you must need object dot member name. Right? Now there is something called inheritance. So what we are going to see in this is there are two classes. Consider class A and class B. If I want to access members of class A and class B, always what we supposed to do, either create object or use the class name. That is one way. That is the thumb rule. Okay. Now, if there is a relation between these two classes, if there is a relation between these two classes, class A and class B, then without creating object also I can access members of one class in another class. Okay. Now, how to do it, we will see now. That means how to link, how to keep the relation between, how to link these two classes. Okay, that we will see. There is a keyword called extends. Okay, there is a keyword called extend. Using extends keyword, we can relate classes. Okay, extends. Okay, sorry. Now let me write a class. I have a class. I'm going to write from beginning, or else let me modify this class itself. See here, I have a class arithmetic. Okay, inside arithmetic, if I create object, whenever I create object, I will pass two values as arguments. Those two will be assigned to instance variables. Okay, for addition, I will use that method itself. Okay, I will use those two variables inside my addition method. Okay, for addition. So that is addition. If you want, you can write display also. That is up to you. One method is enough. Okay. So I have a class like this. That class has some method like addition. What it will do? Whenever you create object. Okay. While creating object, what happens? Constructor gets executed. So you call the parameterized constructor and then you pass the values of x and y to initialize. Okay. So object initialization we are doing. After that, those instance variables we are trying to perform addition operation on that instance variables. Okay. Like that you can perform any operation. Consider this is the class. This class, if I want to access inside this test class, another class here I have test. Okay. Now I am going to write public static void main. Okay. Public static void main, and this is the main I'm going to run, so it should be having a parameter string array. Okay, public static void main. Here if I want to access members of arithmetic class, how to access? See here, I have two members. If you want, you can write another member, whatever it might be. Okay, int static s equal to 1 2 3 4. Okay, it can be anything. Just declare a variable. So static. So what is the issue here? It is showing static static and remove invalid modifier. 1 second.
Should it be static int?
Yeah, sorry. Static should be first. Okay. So static index before none. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now I have two variables and a method also. Okay. And a constructor also. My intention is I want to access these variables or methods inside test class. Generally, how we will do? We will create object for that arithmetic class. Okay, arithmetic class object we will create. Okay, arithmetic A1 equal to new arithmetic. Okay, at the time of object creation, we will pass the data. Okay. So constructors 10, 20 or whatever you want to pass, you can pass. Once if you create object, using that object, you can access either variables or methods. See, addition method if you want, you can call. Similarly, you can access x and y variables also. This is how we generally do. Okay, now consider there is a relation between this test class and arithmetic class. This test class and arithmetic class. In that case, without creating object also, we can access the members of arithmetic class. Now, without creating object, if you try to call, right, don't use object, just try to call. See here, this is a addition method. How to call any method? Just addition. If it is of same class, consider C. These are the members, static, and all these will be inherited to int C. For our understanding, let me note down here and commenting. These are the members available, and in addition to that, add method addition also available inside that class. Okay, let me comment this. Generally, if you want to access members of arithmetic class, first you should create object. After that, using object, you can access. That is the way we do, right? This is the standard procedure. Now, without creating object also, if there is a relation between these two classes, we can access it. How to relate it, we will see later. First, without having relation, can we access this like this? No, it is not possible, right? It is not possible because this is a member of some other class, so you must need either class name or object name based on the type of that member. Okay, whether it's a static or non-static. Now, if there is a relation, okay, then we can do that relation. How to do? How to relate these two? There is a keyword called extends. Okay, extends, extends keyword if you use. And the class, which class properties you want to inherit, that property, that class name you should mention here. So that class name I am writing here. That means I am trying to inherit class arithmetic. So that what happens whenever you write extends test, what happens automatically all the properties of arithmetic class will be inherited to test class. Got it? Got it, guys? Okay. So all these, okay. One more it is showing error. I will fix it soon. Now, if you use extends and then the class, which class you want to inherit, that class name you should write. Now what happens? You will get all the properties of class arithmetic into test class. Okay, that means properties in the sense variables and methods. So this property is called inheritance. What is inheritance? The property of getting properties of one class into another class is called inheritance. Okay. So I will explain this example later. First, let me make it simple. So this entry point and all, this class I am removing it because we are doing modifications. So there we used some constructors and all. That is the reason it is showing here. Here also you remove all the, just you consider for now only variables are available. Okay. So while creating object also just create with the default constructor. Okay. So no problem. So this addition directly you cannot use it, right? Because it is a member of that, so you must use object. Now through inheritance, through extend keywords, we are inheriting arithmetic members. So these members, whatever the members you have, int x, y and static int s, these members will be directly inherited to, hello guys? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, you people are
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, these are the three members available in my arithmetic class. Through inheritance process, whenever you use extends, what happens is these members will be inherited to test class. Though we are unable to see those members, but these will be available implicitly. So internally it looks like x, y, static int s will be available to test class, and these members will behave like its own class members. Consider these three are members of the same class. How will you access it? Is object required to access x and y? Tell me guys. If it is a member of same class, is object required? Tell me.
No. No.
Why no? See here. This is a static member, right? Static member is trying to access non-static. So you must need object. Even though if you are writing in same class, static to static object is not required or class name is not required. Non-static to non-static object name or class name is not required. Directly we can access. Static to non-static. That means static members want to use non-static. This main is trying to use non-static int x and y. So we must need object, right? If it is non-static wants to use static, then object is not required. Got it? Let me write down here one more time. See, to access s variable, see s variable, we can access it directly. See s. S means this is also static member. Here this is also static. One static can access other static directly. So static to static, it is allowed. Right? Static members can access other static. Because through inheritance, these members became like its own class members. Okay? Got it? Now, 1 second. Now, non-static to non-static. Non-static to non-static. Non-static to non-static. Here, not there. Just if you want, you write a method just to display. Okay, inside that you try to access. So, okay, yes. Because display is non-static, through inheritance, I got another non-static member. It is like my own class member. Non-static can access another non-static. Right? Got it? Now, non-static can access static also. Non-static can access static members also. That means non-static display can access static member, yes also. Okay, this is also allowed. Okay, but vice versa. Static cannot access non-static. Cannot access non-static. That means what are non-statics? X and Y and display method. These things if you want to access inside static, okay, you must need. See here, static member trying to access non-static X. It is not allowed. Got it? Guys, did you go through the ones which we discussed in last class? How to access members? If it is in class, completely different. If no inheritance and if it is a different class, then we must follow the thumb rule, either object or class name. If it is in the same class, then how it behaves? What is the different? What is the extra benefit as being a member of the same class? I should get some extra, right? Extra benefit. That is this static to static, nothing is required. Non-static to non-static, nothing is required. Directly you can access. Non-static to static also we can access. Okay, because static members will be always available whenever class loads happens, right? But vice versa, static cannot access non-static because non-static will not be available whenever we create object. Then only memory will be allocated for non-static. That is the reason this last point is not allowed. Got it? Similarly, display also. Okay, display if you want to call, you must need object, right? So you cannot call it directly. So A1 dot, okay, A1 dot display, okay, A1 dot display. So now tell me guys, why A1 dot display is not working? Tell me now.
It's because it's not public.
No. What A1 is the object of which class?
Oh.
Arithmetic class.
Arithmetic, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is the reason. Is arithmetic class contains display? No. Right? So always for subclass you create object so that you will get, you can access the properties of both. See here, text. Okay. This is text. Okay. One second guys, I will be back in 2 minutes. 1 second. See guys, this is the advantage of inheritance without creating object. Even though you have members in same class, if you want to access non-static members inside a static context, that means inside a static method, you must use object. Okay? Once if you extend some other class, the members of that class becomes like members of this class. Okay? Then whatever the rules applicable for those members of the same class, all those will be applicable to the inherited members also. So that you can directly access them without creating object. If there is no inheritance, to access X or Y or S, okay, you must use either class name or object name. Got it? Now, Here always the class, let me write the property of what is inheritance, the property of getting properties of one class into another class is called inheritance, right? And how do we achieve it? Using extends keyword. Okay, extends keyword. Using extends keyword, we will achieve this. Okay. Now, in this the terminologies, there will be two classes. The class who is getting the properties, like here test class will get the properties of arithmetic. That class we call it as subclass. Okay. The class whose properties we are getting, that class is called superclass. So we have two things. One is superclass, another one is subclass. The class which is getting the properties is called subclass. The class whose properties we are getting is called superclass. Now, subclass is test. Okay. So arithmetic class properties all will be available to test class. Okay. So it acts like its own class properties. Okay. Now, whenever see here, now arithmetic class is available. Test class is available. There is a relation. Okay. Test class contains arithmetic class properties also through inheritance. Now, arithmetic will be having only few properties. Test class will be having arithmetic properties plus its own properties like display and all. Consider here it has some other variables like int p and all. Okay. Now, which one, if you create object of subclass, you will be getting more benefit because you can access all the methods of superclass as well as subclass if you create object for subclass. Got it? If you create object for superclass, see sometime back we just to access only class arithmetic members we created object. Okay, if you create object for superclass, what happens? Only superclass members will be there. It is like our parent and child relation. Okay, parent is like superclass, child is a subclass. Whatever the properties parent will having, all these will be inherited to subclass. So child will be getting the properties whatever he is earning and plus whatever his father already earned. He will get both. But father won't get what child is earning. Okay. So always subclass or child class, if you create object for those classes, two subclass or child class, then it will be good because you can access members of both the classes. Got it? Got it, guys? Any doubt in this?
No. No.
So one is superclass. Where we will use this, I will explain you when we start Selenium. Okay? Now,
Okay.
another one is subclass. Okay? How to achieve it? This is the way using extends keyword. Okay? Now, is it possible to inherit multiple classes? Consider you have another class. You have another class arithmetic. Not only arithmetic, here you have some other class called test1 also. Okay. Like this, you should not write. That means inheriting properties from multiple classes is not allowed. You should not allow. Okay. You should not. It is not allowed to inherit properties from multiple classes. So multiple inheritance is not allowed. Okay. Reason I will explain you soon. This is not allowed. Okay. You should not inherit properties from multiple classes. Okay. See. Now. Here you created object A1. Okay. See here A1 dot. Whenever you enter A1 dot, you can see all the properties. Okay. A1 is a object of which type? Tell me guys. Test class. Okay. So test class. What are the properties available? P and the display. From its super class arithmetic, it will get X, Y, and S also. Okay. So just see here. P. See here. After entering dot P is from test class. X and Y are from arithmetic class. Okay. And then static members it will show at the end. S from arithmetic class. Okay. These are the properties. Okay. Now here if you see this arithmetic class has only three variables, and test class has one variable and one method. Total five. Whenever I create object for test class, it should show total 5 because its parent has three properties. This class has two properties. Total 5 it should show. It is showing those 5 properly. No problem. In addition to that, it is showing some more properties. Clone, equals, finalize, get class, hash code, notify all, to string. Like this multiple methods it is showing. All these if you see at the last the last one tells. First one is method name. Second one is what is method equals. Equals is the method name. Its written type is boolean. This method is a class called object. In Java we have a class. Class object. Like this one class is available. Whatever the object we are creating right till now, that is different from this. This is a class. Okay. There is a class whose name is object that also available in Java. So this has all those methods. Okay. By default, whatever the class you are writing. For example, if you see here, test one is one class. Okay. Is it participating in inheritance? Please tell me guys. Is it participating in inheritance? See here and tell me. Is the text keyword is there here? No. That means it is not participating. And similarly, arithmetic. Okay. Arithmetic. Does it have any superclass? No. It does not contain any superclass. So there is no extend keywords. That means there is no superclass. Okay. For these kind of classes, whatever the class you will write in Java, all those classes arithmetic and test one. By default, object class is the superclass. Object class is the superclass that you need not to write explicitly. Internally it will be like this. Whenever you write a class. Okay. By default, for those classes, object class is the superclass. Okay. Object class is the extends object statement. Will be there implicitly. Okay. See here. Now for arithmetic class. Object class is superclass. For test class superclass. For test class superclass. See here arithmetic. Right. For arithmetic superclass object. Looks like object arithmetic inheritance. All those properties again test class through inheritance. Okay. This looks like this. See here. Grandfather. Correct. Okay. This is on class object. Okay. By default for all the classes, that is the superclass. Okay. Now arithmetic is another class. Okay. So we did not write any extend to arithmetic, even though it will extend object class implicitly. Okay. And test class. Here what we did, we linked these two classes. Okay. Now by default, if you don't link means test also will get. By default, test also will get object class if there is no extend keywords. Okay. Now arithmetic gets object properties. Okay. Now see here properties of object class came to arithmetic. So arithmetic has three variables. So those three variables plus object class methods all came to test class. Okay. So this we call it as multi-level inheritance. This we call it as multi-level inheritance. Got it, guys? Guys, any doubt in this? This is absolutely fine. This is allowed and supported. Multi-level inheritance is supported. Okay, in Java, but multiple is not supported. That reason I will tell you soon. Okay. Now.
Make it one question, Mikkel.
Yeah.
So in real time, how it will be helpful? For example, I assume like, correct me if I'm wrong. So I assume that. Usually, for example, when we are doing testing, so testing a web browser, like user ID, password, everything. So that will be our one class, right? And when we do end-to-end testing, so every testing we need you run the user ID and password. So it will be our class, right?
That application of inheritance. Don't try to explain now. If you are not getting clarity on that also, don't worry. When we start Selenium, definitely you will only test. This is the application of that. Okay, now let me explain. See. Generally in testing, what we will do, consider manual. I want to test Gmail. In our programming also I am going to show Gmail how to use Gmail, how to send mail and all those only we will discuss. Actually, when we start our Selenium, we will do that. For now, theoretically, let me explain. First of all, we will do launch browser, right? Once if you launch browser, multiple web elements are options will be available on the web page. What you will do? Some options you will click, right? In some places you will enter input data. Some places you click. Again you will get the data. So again you will read that data. So this click and all how many times we will do? Multiple times clicking on web elements we will do, right? Got it? Similarly, entering data into input fields or text fields, we will do it multiple times. So these two options consider entering data into text field or text area boxes. Okay. And method. These two are frequently used to click a method to click on some element. What you need a lot of element. To enter data into a text field also, you need input data what you want to enter and it's not the element. So we will use multiple times this click. Consider click statement is a two-line statement. Similarly entering data also a two-line statement. What I will do is I will write a method like I will write a class like a helper. Okay. I will write a class like helper. Let me explain. Class helper. Okay. Inside that what I will do is I will write two methods. Okay. Click. Okay. Click. Wide click. It will take for clicking you should tell element where to click. Right? How it will identify the element? Logic we will write inside that is secondary. Consider 4 lines of code is available here. 4 lines of code. Code for clicking on the specified element. Okay. And similarly entering data. So this is one and similarly enter data. So to enter data Okay. So we need element where to enter, and we need input data also. Which data you want to enter, like username, passcode. Okay. 4 lines or 6 lines of code to enter data. Enter data. Okay. Now see here. This same click in our all test cases we will write like classes that you will understand later. In all those classes, this click need to use this 4 lines of code every time. See, if you take any Gmail, what you will do? First click on Gmail option, and then enter data in username, enter data and password, click on submit, and then click on compose, and then enter email ID, to mail ID, enter subject, and then attach or write subject, and then click on send. In all this, what you are doing, either click or enter some data. So consider to send a mail, you are doing consider 20 operations or 10 operations. 10 into 4, 40 lines of code. We are doing this. Instead of writing everywhere this, what I will do is I will write a class like this helper, and I will pass the element location. Click method. By passing that element, I will call click, or else by passing the element and input data, I will call this enter data. Okay. So always I will try to extend for all the classes throughout our automation. I will extend this class helper to all my classes, because in all the classes we have to do all the test cases. Inside classes test cases will be there. Each and every test case you will be doing click and enter data. Right. Instead of repeating this, what I will do, I will roll to access. What I have to do, I should create object. If it is a static class name, I have to use. Instead of that, what I will do, frequently used methods. I will write in a helper class. This class I will extend to all my test cases classes. So that this click method and enter data methods will be available to my test case classes directly like my own class members. It will be available. So directly without class name or object name, I can call click. I can call enter data. Got it? Gopi? Hello?
Yes, it's good.
Okay. Like these frequently used methods. We will keep in some classes, those classes wherever it's required. Right? 99% these will be always we will use. Okay, these we will extend to our classes where we are going to write test cases. For that class we will extend this helper, and then we can access this. Okay. Now we'll go to this. So whatever the classes you are writing in Java, whatever the classes you are writing in Java, for all those classes, by default, object class is the super class. Okay. Now see here. In our case, it looks like this. Okay. So test class will get object class properties, arithmetic class properties, plus its own properties. That is the reason when you give a dot, okay, it is showing object class properties also. Okay. Got it? Don't worry what is the functionality of each method. No need to worry about it. Okay. Now just try to understand how inheritance works. Okay. Use the keyword extend, and then write the class, which class like our helper and all we can extend, and whatever the methods or variables available inside that class will be available to us like our own class members. Okay. Now in Java, this multi-level inheritance is supported. Okay. Another one. Sometimes I showed one more, right? One second. Let me write it. Here test class. What I tried is, see here. For test class. Sometime back. Here I wrote another class test one also. Test one. Okay. Okay, so this is not allowed. Test class is trying to take properties from two classes, arithmetic and test one. So this one is test one. Okay, one second. Here, this is test one. Okay. Test class is trying to take properties from both the classes. This is not allowed. Taking or inheriting from multiple classes is not allowed. But multi-level, whatever we have seen earlier, that is allowed. This is not allowed. Reason I will tell you. See here. So this is one class. Sorry.
Venkat, one question, Venkat.
Yeah.
So when you say the multi-level, it is acceptable. So we have created arithmetic has been integrated to test one. So like that, if I inherit test one, it will come with arithmetic properties as well.
Test one.
Yeah, test one. So I'm creating test one.
Like test one extends arithmetic, right?
Yeah. No.
Yes.
No. So we have arithmetic. So test one.
You are telling extends test one, right?
No. We already did test two arithmetic, right? We already did.
This is the test class currently we have.
Okay. So leave it to her there. So you test extended. Okay. When I extend test to test, so it will come arithmetic properties as well as test properties.
There is no test two, right?
No. I'm saying I'm assuming.
Okay. You have another class test two, and then can you please
extends to test.
Extends to test. In addition to arithmetic,
it's multi-level, right? Yeah.
So you are telling after this one test two like this. You have a class.
Not like that. It is not multi-level. I am saying
test
separate class. I am extending public class test to extends test.
Okay. Another class you have test two. That is trying to extend test.
Yes.
One second. Let me go back. What I understood is this like this. You arithmetic you have here.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are writing another class. Okay. Whose name is test two. Okay. Test two is trying to extend test.
Yes.
This is absolutely fine because you are extending from one class.
Okay.
Yes. This is like multiple levels. One more level below that. So what are we doing? Whatever I showed earlier, object below that arithmetic below that test. That test is inherited by another class test.
Okay. That is
absolutely fine. Whenever you have one class after extends, that is fine. Okay. It's not a problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Like multiple levels, number of levels increased. That's it.
Okay.
Now,
Thank you.
See here. This is. See here. Multi-level is absolutely fine. Now, multiple is not supported. Reason is, see what he is telling is he has arithmetic, right? And arithmetic anyhow gets object class. There is a class called object, right? Object is super fun. Those classes. This is what you are trying to tell. It seems. Okay. See. Test two. You have that test extent. Here I'm writing here and there, but All are in level by level. No one is getting properties from two classes, right? So it's fine. Object to arithmetic to test to test. This is absolutely fine. Copy. Okay.
Okay. So
now multi-level is whatever you asked also multi-level. One more level increase. Now why multiple is not supported? See, this is a if I try to write like this, if I test class, not only at the metal if I write test one also. Okay. Then what happens? Test one properties also try to test one. Right? For test one. Class for test one? No. That means by default object. So object properties will come to test one also. Now test one to test class, object properties are coming from two ways. The one way is from arithmetic, another way is from test one. Right? Got it? Now, if I want to access any property object class from test, which way it has to follow? That is the ambiguity. Got it? So from arithmetic it has to take, or from test one it has to take. From where it has to take. It is the problem. This problem, see here, it looks like a diamond. So we call this as diamond problem. Due to this reason, multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. Okay. Got it, guys? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
I have
a question, Venkat.
Yeah.
So, one child class or subclass
can have only one parent class.
Yes. Absolutely.
Can a
Can a parent class have multiple children?
Yes. That's not a problem. Okay. Parent class can have multiple. What she is telling is, see here. If you see all these examples, see here, test is not there. This portion, whatever I put in rectangle, consider that is not there. All the classes, whatever we have written till today, 4 5 classes we discussed it, right? All those classes, who is the super? Object. So object properties are going to multiple classes, right? So this is what you are asking. So parent can have a number of children, no problem. Okay.
Okay.
So due to this diamond problem, what is diamond problem? Now the properties of object class will be available to arithmetic and test one. Now test wants to access properties of object class will be available in arithmetic as well as so which one it has to access is a ambiguity and confusion. That is the reason this multiple inheritance is not supported. But in case of C++, multiple inheritance is supported. Now you may get person like same problem may arise there also, right? There is no concept of object class is the super class for all classes, right? Here object class is super class for all the classes in Java. Like that concept was not there. There is no predefined super class for all classes in C++. Okay. That scenario, what happens? There also, if you handle it properly, if you are making sure arithmetic and test are not having same common properties, then problem won't come. In case both are having same properties like x and x in both the classes, then there also diamond problem will arise. But if you handle it properly while writing class arithmetic and test one, if you have taken then no problem. Got it? So this is called diamond problem. Due to this reason, Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. Okay. Got it, guys? Now. Let me go to another one. This keyword. Okay. So this is not allowed. Here I want to tell one more point. For now you just remember this point. When later when we start Selenium, I will explain what is the importance of this one. Okay. See, generally if you create object for test class, who is holding that reference? Who is holding that reference of test class? Test class variable only holding, right? See guys, line number 27. Right side portion of equal to is creating test object. Left side portion is a reference variable of test type. It is a A type object. A type variable will hold its address. If it is a B type object, B type variable will hold its address. Okay. When it comes to inheritance, we will be having superclass and subclass, two classes. Here we have a point called superclass reference variable. Superclass reference variable can point to subclass object. Okay. Superclass. That means generally test variable. Okay. Test variable only can hold test object. Okay. See here what is superclass? Arithmetic. Not only this one arithmetic variable. Sorry. Arithmetic variable A1 also can hold because arithmetic is superclass. Okay. Arithmetic A equal to new test. Generally arithmetic A equal to new arithmetic we will write, or else test T equal to new test we will write. Okay, if you are creating object of some type X, that type X variable only holds its reference of that object. But in this case, this is subclass. Subclass object can be pointed by a superclass reference variable also. Okay. Subclass object. What is this? New test. And who is holding its address? So it's a superclass reference variable. This is also absolutely fine. What is the importance of this? We will discuss when we start Selenium. Okay. There are multiple browsers and all will try to open. There I will explain this. Okay. For now, time being, to remember this point, a superclass reference variable can point to a subclass object. That is also allowed. Generally, subclass object means subclass variable only holds. Superclass object means superclass variable. That is the general one. Not only that, this is a special case. This is also allowed. Superclass reference and variable can point to subclass object. Okay. Any doubt in this? Now, let me go to another one. Here I have a class. Okay. And I have two variables. X equal to 100, comma y equal to 200. Okay. And I have a method wide display. What it will do is it will try to print the values of X and Y. X value it is trying to print. Is it allowed? Directly can we write? Tell me guys, directly can we write X and Y? Yes. Because display is non-static. X and Y also non-static. It's not a problem. Now I want to call display method. How to call display method? Just that is a non-static. So if you want to access static context, you should create object. Okay. And then access it. T dot display. This is how we create object and access. Right? This is not related to inheritance. Whatever I am discussing now, inheritance is over. Okay. Now see here. This is how we have. See one more thing. This is clear, right? No doubt. In display method, consider you have two variables. Int x equal to 1, comma y equal to 2. X equal to 1, y equal to 2. Now what is the output of that? What is the output of that? Okay. We will get instead of 100 to 100, we will get 1 and 2. Whenever you are calling a variable, what happens is first it will check in the local. Is there any local variable? X. See here, guys. Is there any local variable X? Yes. So it will access that local variable only. Is there any local variable Y? Yes. It accesses that one. And it will try to print. When there is no local variable, then only it will go and check the instance variables. Okay. Now let me comment this line and then let me run it. It will try to print X. It will check. Is there any local variable X? No. So it will go and check. Is there any instance variable X? Yes. Then it will try to access its value and then print. Similarly for Y also. Is there any local variable Y? No. Then it will go and access instance variable Y and then print. Okay. Now the problem will arise when local variables and instance variable names are same. See here. Consider your local variable name is XY. Whenever you have local variable, whenever you say X, immediately what happens? It will try to use local variable. But my intention is when local variables and instance variables are having same name, I want to access instance variables. See guys. When local variable names and instance variable names are same, we have seen just now. Always priority given to local variables only. Right? Even though having same name in instance and local, my intention is to access instance variable only. Particularly at the time we will use the keyword called this THIS. This is a keyword. It is used to point to the instance variables. Okay. Instance members. Okay. This is a reference variable. Okay. It always points to the instance members. Instance members in the sense where it will be there inside the object. This is a keyword. Always it points to the object or an instance variables. Okay. Got it. So if you use this .x, then even though local variable X is available, you are not accessing this instance variable only. You are trying to access it. This is the importance of this. What is this? When we have local variable names and instance variable names are same, in that scenario, if you want to access instance variable, you must use the keyword this. Okay. This dot x means instance variable X. It will be. Okay. If there is no local variables with the same name, that scenario also using this is not a problem. It is okay, fine. Okay. That means go and access instance variable. When this is required, when you have local variables also with the same name, then only problem will come. Otherwise no problem at all. If there is no local variables with the same name, then always it will go and access instance variables only. When we have same name in local and instance, then only problem arises. Problem means it is not problem. It is a standard. Always priority given to local. In that case also, if you want to give priority or if you want to access particular instance, at the time you must use this keyword. Okay, this is a keyword. It always points to reference variables or it always points to the object. Okay. Got it, guys? This any doubt? Any doubt in this?
No.
This is a keyword. Okay. This is a keyword. Okay. And it always points to object. Okay. Or current class object. Okay. Or instance variables. Now when it will be useful exactly when we have same names for both local and instance variables. Same names for both local and instance variables. Then it will be useful to refer to the instance members. Okay. Now this is clear. Right? Now we will go to something called notations. I forgot to write here. Not only this, we are going to write something called Java notations. Java naming conventions. See here. Whenever you are writing class name or variables or display methods like this, we must follow some of the things. These are the some fixed rules. Okay. If it is a class name. Okay. Every meaningful word. Every meaningful word. Every meaningful word should be capital. Okay. That means every meaningful word. For example, class has 3 words or 2 words. Print stream. P is capital and stream is capital. Stream is one class. Okay. Class print stream. Okay. Class print stream. P is capital. S is capital. Okay. That is class. Okay. Starting and closing braces. Inside that you consider methods and all available. Okay. Now another class hello. Okay. One word. Now consider class hello world. Whatever you will write, you should follow this notation. Okay. Similarly hello. Like that. Okay. File output to stream. Okay. There is a class file output stream. Okay. So file is one meaningful word. Output is one meaningful word. Stream is one meaningful word. Never meaningful word. First letter should be capital. Okay. Like this will write class names. Then it comes to keywords. This static. All these class. Okay. All these keywords should be in lowercase. All should be lowercase. Example. This static class int wide. Okay. Etc. Can be anything. Now here. See here, guys. When you are writing public static void main. Public. This is also a keyword. P is small. Static. Yes, all these are keywords. Wide. Okay. Methods I will discuss soon. Okay. And this parameters. Okay. There is a class string in Java. There is a class string in Java. Okay. There is a class string. That is the reason S is capital. Okay. S is capital. And string array. String. Every class acts like a data type. Like int array. How to write? Int. See, this is how we'll write. Int array. This is one way you can write like this. Or else int. Here only you write array symbol and then you can write. right? So similarly, string array, string array. Okay, array name can be args, SOP, it can be anything like A. Right? But it should be string type. So you can use string array symbol here, or else after S you can write anywhere. It's not a problem because after array name also you can write string symbol. That means index braces to tell this is a array. Okay. Or else immediately after data type also you can write. Okay, that is up to you. See here after S is a array name, and to tell it is an array index braces. Or else you can write immediately after data type. This is a string array whose name is yes. Okay, got it now. So classes. Okay. Now some predefined classes. String also. Okay. Class string. S is capital. Okay. That is how we'll write. So keywords also clear. Now methods. Okay. How to write methods. Method also can contain one or more words. Okay. First word like class only. But in class what happens? Every meaningful word first letter is capital. But in case of methods, first word letter is small, lowercase. From second word onwards, it will be upper. For example, println is one method. It has only one word. It has only one word. So lower. Now consider you have a method called read line. Read line. L is capital. Two words. From second word onwards, it will be first word onwards. First letter of that word should be upper. Okay. In first word, it will be lowercase only. Okay. Got it? Get length. LENGTH. Get length. Okay. Now get the string length. It is not there. Just to understand, I am telling. Get string. Okay. Length. LENGTH. Okay. R two uppercase. Two T small. Upper. U capital. Case. CASC. Okay. Two lowercase. Two L lower. Okay. C capital. Two lowercase. Like this is the notation we will follow for writing methods. Whatever we have written till now, just we gave names like okay, test, that, this. But you write name always we will give anyhow meaningful name like arithmetic. If it is arithmetic operation, it is a helper class. Some meaningful name helper. But always you should follow this standard. Then next question is it mandatory? No, it is not a mandatory. But if you see all Java coding, whoever do coding, or else predefined classes, all those classes they will follow this notation. All those methods follows this notation. This is how they will write. Okay. If you also follow, it will be a good practice, and it is encourageable also. Okay. Please try to follow this convention from now. Even if I try to write, just remind me, we will write. Okay. It's not like a error. If you write, you can write in either way. All you can write capital lower C here. It's not a problem. But good practice is this is not the good practice. So see here T should be capital. That is good practice. Display D one word only. This is small. Display values. For example, if you want to write display is lower. First word. Okay. Values is another word. We should be capital. Okay. Like that. Got it. Now when creating, you just object while creating, you give the and then display values. Okay. See here. Some examples I can show you here. See. Clone. One word. methods, all these are methods. Clone. C capital. Okay. If it is one word, always first word, first letter should be lower for method. Second word onwards, first letter should be capital. Display values is our user defined. Ignore it. Equals only one word. Finalize only one word. Get class. C. Get G small class. Second word. C is capital. Hash code. H hash is one. Code is another word. Okay, C is capital. Okay. Notify all. Notify is one word. All another word. See if you see all, A is capital. To string. Okay. S is capital in string like that. Okay. This is how we'll write. Got it?
This is called camel casing, right?
Yes. Exactly. Okay. Now for variables, how to write? For variables, write all in lowercase. Write all variable names in lowercase. Okay. Any doubt in this? If no doubt, we'll move to one predefined class string, and we will try to understand some of the frequently used string methods. Okay. 4 5 frequently used methods are there. We will discuss those, and then we will go to exception handling. Okay. Guys, any doubt? Good. Give me 2 minutes break. I will be back. If you guys want to take 2 minutes break, okay. I will continue on 2 minutes.